Let's decode Kundalini. So you might have heard this word multiple times whenever when you do any spiritual practice or any spiritual talk, or you might have heard from many people who are doing any spiritual practices. They would say my Kundalini has raised, my chakra is active. So that's like a big word in the spiritual world, Kundalini activation, and there's a lot of activators available and a lot of people talk about Kundalini. So let's understand what is the secret Kundalini is all about. I'm going to give my perspective and based on what I have read and experienced it. See, first of all, we have to understand what is it. So there are like multiple kind of energy centers in our body. We call it as chakras, and there are like 7 visible areas. So we call it 7 chakras, and each can be connected with the physiology like a gland. There is a gland available and each gland works. You all know the biology of it, and each gland has certain function and they work on it. Exactly in the same place there is also an energy. That means when some object is moving, it produces a frequency. Even an atom has a frequency, we all know. When we look at the periodic table, we can arrange all those things. So certainly when these things work inside you, it produces certain energy functions for your body, and when they do it, they also produce what is invisible, that is a psychic energy. It also works on us. Okay, it is just not that 7. There are multiple chakras above, there are multiple chakras below, and in the 7 only you have some more subdivisions. So let's not go much detail about what each and every chakra is. I think it's that whatever you have read it in the internet is, everything is true, you can read it, because they all speak the same thing in a different perspective. That's it. So what happens is, all these 7s are not, it all works. First of all, we have to think that how do I activate these chakra, means it is all active, otherwise you will be a dead person. All 7 chakra is functioning in autopilot mode. Okay, it is functioning, your body is taken care. These are your what you call subconscious functions. It works, you don't have control. Can you control your heartbeat? Can you control your breath? You can't do it, right? It works. Maybe for a certain moment you can do, but you can't always be aware. But when you reach an awareness to a very different level, you can control your heartbeat. You can control every organ function using your sense only. That is a mastery. Let's not go there. Let's talk from a ground level. So these are always active. First of all, don't think it is not active. Only thing is the way it functions, whether these energy centers there, whether it is functioning to its optimal capacity or not, is a questionable fact. For some people it will be excess, some people it will be overaction or overwork. For some people it will be like lesser work than it's needed for the body. For example, if your root chakra is more it is affected, means for example if it is not working in its full optimal capacity, then you will become impotent. A lot of fear will be there, a lot of fear and survival needs will be there, will be not met, poverty. When it is overactive, then you will be like over indulge in other areas which is not needed. So that is like you will be like hyperactive energy person. So you will have to balance it. It has to work. The body has to know when to drain excess and when to gain the energy when it is needed. So these invisible psychic centers can be cleansed. Okay, I'll do another video on how to cleanse it now, but we will only talk about Kundalini for this video. So that is how this function works. But the beauty is, to unlock it, you need, for example, you need 2 keys. If you would have gone to a banker, to a bank where they have lockers, you might have seen 2 keys there. That means you would have 1 key, and the bank employee would have another key. So even when you come alone, you can't open. The bank employee comes and he wants to do some malpractices, he can't do it. Both of the people should come and put the key and unlock at the same time, and there are some settings like in the movie, according to the bank and sophistication, they would have tell you. At that time only the door opens. So same thing here. There is a feminine energy, there is a masculine energy, there is a dynamic energy, there is a static energy. It's all energy end of the day. So when they all combine in synchronizing in a proper fashion, then the third door opens. That means when these 2 energies travel, that means you visualize like there is a wire connecting between all these energy centers, 2 wires connecting like this, like a snake. That's what you might have seen the Kundalini picture everywhere, right? They actually connected with serpent power, that is the snake power. We'll talk about that little bit later. So when these 2 harmoniously goes and meet each other at these junction, that particular area will start functioning efficiently. That means excess will be drained. If no energy, it will bring the energy and it will make it active. Then once the physical need of that gland is functioning, automatically the psychic facility around it will start functioning. That means if it's a navel, then you know that manifestation will happen. Manifestation is in the navel. If it is an intuitive things, then again it's your gut feeling. Again, if you're looking at a vision and about your knowledge, it is your third eye. It's about out of body experience, and you're going out of you're going beyond the body to realize yourself. That is this last part. The ultimate door will open. So when these two go harmoniously connect at these points, that particular area will slowly open up. Only then there's a center line in the spine, which is like completely invisible, very thin line. When these work in harmony, the Ida and Pingala, male and female, yin and yang, different philosophy, different culture, they talk it in a very different word, but they all mean the same. Automatically these doors will open for you. When these doors, 7 areas open, then the center line, it's a pipe, it'll open up. Otherwise it will be closed. It's like opening and it's going, and suddenly the center pipe will just open. Again, that is called Sushma Nadi. Inside Sushma Nadi there are another 3 layers if you go deeper. And Veda actually only say about Sushma Nadi, but Siddha scripts they actually talk about multiple layer. There's a Brahma Nadi inside it. So in that multiple layer, think like there's a pipe opening, then there is another pipe. So you imagine there is a pipe and there is another pipe inside. So in this between gap is what that Kundalini will raise. So it will go, and that means you think like this is a booster or a turbo booster of an engine. It goes to wherever it goes, raises that particular area, it will cleanse that area, activate it, drain it. Finally it reaches here. That means the fuel for what your Sahasradaram need is that final energy. It will go and flash. That the moment it flashes there, immediately all your frontal lobes and all the different faculties in your brain will start functioning. You might have heard many scientists say, no, we don't use our complete brain capacity. They have given percentage. I don't know how they calculated it, on what apparatus they did. But they do say that human beings don't use their brain to their full potential. Maybe 5%, 6% or 10% they say. But when this energy goes and activates, this is the fuel for that. The moment it opens, you will start seeing all your past. You'll know why you're born. The whole information will come to you like like an optical drive. Suddenly a lot of information, you will start realizing it. Like how in dream you feel like you lived for 1 year or 1 day. Suddenly you wake up and say, oh my god, I just slept for 10 minutes. That kind of realization will happen to you. And then once all these psychic facilities open, then you will start realizing many things and many miraculous things which is there inside you, which you never know that you can do this. It'll start happening around you. And when you reach at that level, so again there is a kind of there is a 2-level door, I would say. One is you will still have your ego and you will still have those things because you're still human being. You might manipulate it, but at one stage when you actually fully activate it, no, you will not have that mature. You would have reached a maturity so enough that you will not even try to use it in the wrong way. Many people will not even know you have those things. You will be happy to be in that state. Like for example, imagine that you are a living lie detector, and you know everyone who speaks around you, whether it's true or not. Assume that you have that power. But it will be very nice, no, when you know that they are lying and you know the truth, and it will be fun to watch. You will come into you will feel ignorant for him. You will feel sorry for him. Why is he acting? If I say this facility I have, then he will not talk to me normally. So just to maintain that karmic chain, you will be quiet. So once that point it's activated, automatically you will start realizing it. But the problem is many people look at this as a magic trick or look like achievement. They set an expectation. Oh, if I do this, can I hear someone in the other room? If I do this, can I see my ball? Don't set expectation. Let it happen. When you are ready, you are going to get it anyway. When you go to the 13th floor, whatever facility they provide in 13th floor, they will give you. First you work on getting into the elevator or at a staircase. Once you reach there, you will figure it out anyway. Why are you thinking in the ground floor what I am going to get in the 13th floor? By the time you reach, anything might happen, right? So that is what this Kundalini is all about, raising. You might have heard this. Many people would have said that I feel a vibration here, I feel sensation, I feel like I'm floating. These are not meant that their chakras are like functioning optimally. It is a sign that they are getting towards it. For many people, they will not feel anything. They might even feel headache. Okay, they are getting awareness of that area. That's all. If you wake up early morning, When you take a hot water or a cold water, you can feel that water going all the way till stomach. If for a yogic body, people who do a lot of yoga, they can actually feel all the way where it travels. You should try it. If you don't feel at all from here only, then you will have to consider detoxing your body. So you can feel it. So same thing, you are increasing your senses. So whenever these chakras are working, you will feel that pulsation there. It is a vibration. So as you go deeper and deeper, the pulsation will turn into vibration. Then you will start feeling that energy around it. Then you will start seeing the faculty what your brain can unlock it for you. Only then it is, nobody has ever documented it, and even I can't do it. It is an experience that everybody has to undergo it. So that is how this what I call the sensation, pulsation and all will get. Actually you will start feeling pulse here. If you touch your finger, you will feel that pulsation. If you touch your throat, you will feel that small vibration. You will touch your ear. For babies, you can actually see it's always there will be like a vibration there because the bone is open. Even for us, you can see when you are meditating, when you are going deeper, these things can be felt. So that is called as activating. Why did they compare with the snake? Is more like that experience of raising. You will feel like a jerk of a snake inside your body. So when you imagine how a king cobra or a cobra, golden color cobra is sleeping, it always circles itself and sleeps, right? So when you take there is an explanation in Tirumandaram, Tirumular Siddhar has told, you take a stick and the snake is sleeping, go and tap it. Okay, don't do it in real life, nobody will do it. When you tap it, suddenly there is a jerk. Can you feel that jerk? That snake would suddenly, it will like shiver and wake up. Like that, there will be an activation somewhere between your genitals or behind, according to male and female body. There will be like a tick or a pressure point. You will feel it, and suddenly it will feel like busting, or it will wake up. There will be a shake. That is what you see some psychic videos and all. No, in some spiritual group, they jump by sitting. These are not practice. It is a real activation. That's why they are jumping. But it is a very addictive and a malpractice. You should not be playing with it because you might get into a hallucination world, or it might end up in any psychological disability later. So once that wakes up, it slowly travels. You can literally feel the path it comes and you will feel it. So that is why they kept us a snake. And once you feel it, you will only feel bliss, and all your impressions would go off, and only the leftover impressions of your past you will be burning, and you will be a lot more calm. People around you will feel that energy. The moment they come to talk to you only, they will feel like a strong energy they will feel, and they will completely get into surrender zone. So a lot of things will happen. So that is what is Kundalini about. And when I was like few years back and I was practicing Kriya Yoga, one of my teacher, who is a German teacher, I was learning from him. So he actually showed a human bone, spinal cord bone, and so he showed me. Then he said, one of the doctor who brought him for the class, and he told him that he was a doctor, and when there was an operation or somebody died, and they actually saw, when they cut the spinal cord, and they saw a very tiny dot line traveling in center of your spinal cord. And he said, I don't know the meaning. Medically, there is no meaning for it. It was just a dot, like a hairline dot. So it is that much minute, small pipe it is there, like one of the blood vessels. So you can't see that immediately. He said, I never know this is the meaning, but it was there in everybody, in many body whomever I did postmortem. It is neither a nerve nor any gland or anything. So maybe that is a Shushma Nadi or anything, we don't know. Maybe down the line, more as medical science understands the body, we might be able to see that physically or using any apparatus. But let's not worry about that part for proof. This is what all the Siddhas have told must be true, and they all have enlightened. So we just have to follow it with faith. So this is what Kundalini is all about. You're waking up the energy, it travels, it goes to the chakras, and that particular chakra gets balanced, and the psychic energy of that particular chakra also works. The moment it works, many people ask, is my third eye working? I don't know. The moment you have a doubt only, your third eye is not working. You will not be sitting here watching my video if your third eye is working. You will not even spend time in YouTube. You will be spending time with humanity, service, and you will be there. You will not be even sitting here. That is a fact. When many people ask me, is my third eye activated? My answer will be more sarcastic. I will just say, it is not activated, that's why you are talking to me. The moment it activates, you will actually teach me something new in life where I will learn from you. You will be clear. That's why they call us realization. They never said that it is a facility. So when all these facilities open up, you will know it. You will not have any doubt at all. You will feel it. You are the proof for yourself. So don't waste time in finding out these activators and wasting your time and energy. You learn any one thing, practice it, it will automatically get activated. Now, how do we get activated? So let's say I want to bring it up. Yeah, this is the goal, I want to do it. There are multiple methods. General any meditation, any mindfulness, just through meditation there are a lot of visualization methods you can do. A lot of tantric practices are there. You, instead of meditation, when you do certain rituals only, you can activate, like the practice of taking a flower, chanting a mantra and offering, that is also an action. When you do this, here also Kundalini will raise. It's like clearing the pipe, that is also done. Through chanting it does miracle. Crystals can be held in your hand and using certain meditation it can work. Methods are plenty. End of the day, this is what everybody is trying to do in a different method. So whichever you feel connected, try that. It will definitely, you will see a realization. So that is my perspective of Kundalini. I hope this clarifies your doubts, and I'm sure there will be a lot of questions from this, and I'm really eagerly looking forward to learn from it. Let's continue the discussion about Kundalini, and in the next video I'll talk about chakra cleansing. Thank you.